stealing is not ethical. Even if you feed starving family, why? Because since we live in Pakistan, it's Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and we follow religion Islam. So in Islam it is said that those acts are accepted in which are done by muttaqi. So if you do stealing, you steal something, you do not become muttaqi. So it means in Islam those acts are not accepted. So in simple, these stealing that you do or the thing that you do which are bad deeds or bad doings, so these are not yes, we live in a society where there is cultural norms, cultures, religion, where we are about to follow by these laws. But in this concept, I will say that there is free will. We still have free will. Why? Because you are free to choose whether you want to follow this religion or another religion. You are free to choose whether you want to follow this culture or not. For example, I am from Sindh and I want to go Punjab and I want to live there and I want to follow their culture, then I'm allowed to go. So we ourselves have given this culture, this religion a chance to give us some meaning, and we follow those rules by our free will. So in simple, we have free will to follow these culture norms and rules. Whatever we perceive is true or illusion, this is the best question that we need to know about. So the simple answer is that we live in technologically advanced world here. So in technologically advanced world, we have cameras, we have mics to record the audio. So we have a lot of things to record and do. So what we perceive is we perceive through senses. So instead of senses, we, for example, if you want to see whether what you see is real or an illusion, you may use camera, in simple. And whatever you hear is reality or an illusion, you may use mic. So these technological inventions tells us that whatever we see and we hear are reality. The result of bad deeds and bad doings cannot be right, cannot benefit all the humanity. You might see benefiting, for example, in a situation where you may lie, may help others, but you are seeing it through your eyes. You do not see the reality behind that act. So if you see the reality behind that act, you will see that there is a greater damage being done to the society, being done to that person that you are lying to. So the bad deeds that you are doing in a society, the bad doings that you are doing, if you are lying, you are stealing something, or you are harming someone in order to do something good, so it may look good, but actually it is not. It is damaging the society if you see its apparent reality that is behind the real reality that you are looking at. So in simple, the things that you are doing may look good for the society, may look good for the world, but maybe those bad deeds, bad doings harm the society that you can see the way. Intelligence is gaining or information and retaining it as a knowledge, and then it applying anytime at any place where you want to. So it differs from person to person. For example, in a case, one person can infer or gain a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, and then he can keep that knowledge for a lot of time, and then he can use that information and that complicate the information into different forms of reality. For example, I am going to study one course or one subject or one syllabus, then I am going to study another subject or syllabus, and I am going to keep that both in my mind, and I can keep it for a lot of time, and then I can use that both information and mix that information, and then I may arrive to a new result. And that new result may be for the greater worldview. So the simple point here is the one who can gain a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, and can put these information and knowledge together in a way that may result into a new information, that means that person has a good information, that person has a good intelligence. So success compensates for value. For example, in a society where you have lost your value or you have lost something that adds to your value, and then in a case, if you are going to succeed in any case, any point, so that success may add to your value. People might think that you have retained your value, you have gained your value that you already had in your society, but you had lost because of some factors or some things that you had done. But success that you achieved in another factor that you did, that success might compensate your value and may add really to it. But it might sometimes, in some cases, add morality to compensate morality to it, because morality, we may lose morality in some cases, but success is such a thing that aids, that believes person that you have achieved something in your life and you have done some valuable. That valuable thing adds to your value, adds to your morality as well, if you are going to think and concern about it. In a society, if an act is done and then that act is either bad or good, so that is decided by all of the collective people. That is decided by our culture, that norms we are living in. For example, if I have done a bad deed, that bad deed may be a good in another culture, but in the culture that I am living in considers this deed as a bad. But for example, collective people in that culture may consider and think that this deed that he did is for greater worldview or is for good for many of the persons, so that you may consider that has been a good deed. Now you may change the culture. But the thing is, in simple, culture decides and collective people decides that whether what you did is right or wrong, good or bad.